Hi everybody, welcome to Ray's Kiwi Garden. Well, today I thought I'd take you on a garden tour. As you can see, it's a pretty grey old day here in Tauranga. It's 24th of November, raining, it's summer, and I thought it's about time that I took you on a garden tour. I've had a few comments for people saying, well, it's all very well you going on about gardening, but let's have a look at your garden. So I thought today I would start at the edible part, which is just right here. And then at the back here, I've got a couple of little pots and things like that. So it's quite a long video, and I'm going to do it in a couple of stages because it is raining. But I thought sometimes you get the best pictures when it's raining. So like I said in my intro video, I'm new to gardening. I'm by no means an expert. Don't ask me any botanical names. You could probably give me some tips on what I'm doing right or wrong. But I started this channel so then I could help other beginner gardeners to show you what is possible in a small urban block like I've got, which is only 600 square, relatively small. I've got some photos of before, which I'll edit in, what my grounds look like. Basically, there was nothing here. I was kind of lucky in some ways. I had a blank canvas. And then over time, I have put more and more plants into it. And I wanted the back. I did a plan and I knew where to start because trying to take on a whole property can be overwhelming. And so a very good friend of mine said to me, do it in small bits. And then once you've done that, move to the next part. So when I was out the front of my property, which I'll show you, which is semi-French formal, I got my cousin around who I absolutely love her garden, and I said to her, give me some ideas what you think. She said, okay, this is what I think. And I pretty much did it to what she said. So I want to thank you, Shah. And out the back, I got all the tips and ideas off YouTube, to be honest. 3 months I watched YouTube channels trying to find information on how to do this and what to do then. And then I noticed there was a little bit of content missing, so I had to go to garden centres, try and find the information I was looking for. Because in New Zealand we've got a totally different climate and different seasons from the UK and America, I really had to kind of fumble along myself or look at old content. Some of the content was so old, it was like 9 years old. So I thought, you know what, I might be able to help some other new gardeners with some tips on what's possible and the little mistakes I might have made, and just help in general. So you know what to do, you subscribe, and then that helps. And then tell me what you want. If you want to see more of my garden and not my head, that's fine too. I'm easy. Let's get going on Ray's Kiwi Garden Tour. That's my little backyard, sleep out in the background. And just as coming to the side here, I wanted to show you my persimmon. I bought that persimmon last year from Edible Gardens. They couriered me the root ball. I planted it and I put that little basket around it just to make it look really cool anyway, but she's growing beautifully. And the persimmon, I think it's a Vegie or something like that. And at the back, I've got star jasmine, and I'm hoping that will grow up and right up to the roof and then over to the other side to my sleep out. And to the side here, I think you've already seen my Beverly Brook. Then just here, I've got a giant clematis, and every year I chop that right back to the ground, and then it climbs up to there, races away all of summer. And then even at the end of summer, the flowers look absolutely gorgeous. I've got these Moroccan Lanterns, which a few people have actually commented on. I bought them 20 years ago when I was in Morocco. And that's my mum's little vegetable box there. It's just the right height for my mum, so she plays around with that and puts her little veggies in it. And then there's more star jasmine. What I'm hoping that will do is climb up and over. I've got wires going to the house, so eventually in the next couple of years that will all be canopying over. And then I've got another few star jasmine planted there. And then alongside of the house, I've got 4 or 5 different varieties of feijoas. Feijoas are a gorgeous fruit, and I've just clipped them. And last year I got a prolific amount of fruit off them. This area in the back here is my whole edible garden. Some beautiful headcoat lavenders, star jasmine. I've got another feijoa in there. That's my gala apple. Let's take you around to my garden, my vegetable garden. On the back wall is my espalier. Let's look in here. Now, unfortunately it's raining here today, but I think it's still quite nice to have a look at the garden when it's raining anyway. So in these old beehive boxes, I've got potatoes, and that's actually a yam. I've never grown yam before, but my dad gave me 3 little yams, and I thought, oh, I'll chuck them in the ground and see what happens. So they're from the oxalis family apparently, and so that's why they look like a weed. And those are all different varieties of potatoes. I'll do another video on potatoes and harvesting them. So this is my tomatoes. They're just growing prolifically during the summer. Just unbelievable. I need to really stake them up. I've got all different varieties in there. This is actually my komo in here, and it's got a flower on it, which means that it's growing some fruit in there. And I just use these grow bags, which I've done a video on felt grow bags. They're doing quite well actually. So I've got capsicums, jalapenos, chilies, more tomatoes, a grape at the very end here, some kale. I've just harvested a whole heap of beetroot out of there. In each corner I've got eggplants growing, different varieties of eggplants as well. A couple of pumpkins in there. Elephant garlic here. At the back, more capsicums. In here I've got a passion fruit and various different citrus. A few herbs. On the other side there I've got some wild strawberries, apples, all espaliered. I think I've already done a video on that. You might want to go back and have a look and check out my video on how to espalier. I'm really pleased on how it's all going. They naturally lost a bit of their fruit, which was good, quite normal. But they're going to be quite a good size. And then down here, I've got lavender. I'll talk you through that. Let's just go back and have one more final look at my vegetable garden.